Guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ailey if you're new. Today's video is going to be a review video of this. Look how cute it looks. It's so pretty. So I wasn't going to buy anything for a little while there, and that kind of went out the window when Jeffree Stars decided to announce his Jawbreaker collection. Now, I was going to order the mini Jawbreaker, whatever the heck it's called, palette, and then when I saw it, the colours weren't really my style. So, of course, I ended up having to buy the big one, didn't I? So this is what the inner packaging looks like. It's gorgeous. I'm not really a pink person, but I mean, come on, it's Jawbreakers. And I mean, come on, I grew up, me and Jeffree Star are very, very similar ages, believe it or not. I think he's 33 and I'm 30. So yeah, Jawbreakers were my jam. Like, I remember going to Alton Towers on holiday and you would get the Jawbreakers out the machine, or you would just buy them, and they were literally this size. Well, when I was a kid, they were literally this size. And I can remember my mom and dad hating the fact that it probably took about a week to eat these things because your teeth would get sore, you would get bored, you'd break your jaw basically. I loved them though. This is the palette. And it's the same as all of his other palettes, but this one is the biggest one he's ever done. It's got a big mirror in it. Mine, for some reason, didn't come with a shadow protector. You know that plastic sheet that's supposed to come over it? Mine didn't come with one. I don't know, am I the only one? Did anybody else not come with one? But these are the shades here. You've probably seen this all over the internet already. But yeah, I'm starting to build up quite the collection of Jeffree Star stuff. So I have no idea what kind of look I want to do with this today, but we're going to do something, and I'm just going to show you kind of how the shades work. We're not going to do anything too intricate, but I have to say I have used this already just as a little sort of experiment. I wanted to try out the shades, and they're amazing. They are just as good as all of the other shadows, if not better. I don't know if he keeps improving his formula, but these are just amazing. So yeah, without further ado, we're just going to jump right in. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my eyes first today. That's why I'm not wearing any makeup, because I want to do something maybe with the oranges and the reds. I don't know. I just want to see what we're like fallout wise and stuff like that. So I'm going to prime my face and all that, get ready for foundation, but I'm not going to do my foundation until I've done my eyes. I really should have cleaned my brushes. I mean, look at them, they're like flipping multicoloured. You can tell I've been doing lots of colourful looks lately. Okay, so I'm going to go in with my P. Louise base, which I've been loving lately. We're going to work one eye at a time just because it's easier that way. Okay, so I'm going to grab Suck, which is this stunning orange shade here. I'm going to use my little technique that I've been using lately. I've just made it so much easier. And this isn't one of the shades I've used before, so this is kind of all new to me. I mean, it goes on nice enough. I always sort of, if anything's really highly pigmented, I always say pat it on first and then, you know, go to blend it out. Don't just start swirling it on, because it's just going to sort of swirl all over the place, especially if you're using a tacky base. If you're using a tacky base, you want to lay it down first. And it blends out quite nicely too. So I'm just going to intensify it a little bit. I'm going to pick up the one next to it, which is Licorice over here. And this is like his true sort of red, as far as I'm aware. Okay, so I really want to use Wow and Lemon Drop because they're both yellow. So I'll show you what I mean. This is Wow and this is Lemon Drop. Lemon Drop is like a really, really shimmery sort of yellow. So I think I want to use that in the inner corner and pull it out towards the matte. I don't know how this is going to turn out, how this is going to look, but I'm going to give it a go. So I'm going to go into Wow first. I will say that Wow is a little bit lackluster. Could just be because I'm putting it next to such an intense red. Oh no, there we go. Okay, it acts weird. It's the same as the Morphe shadows. If you watched my last video, it's kind of the same as that, or like my last tutorial. It starts off, it goes, let me zoom in. Okay. See how up here it looks sort of orange? Now that could be because it's mixing with the red, or it could be because it's on a sticky base. Because it's doing it round this side as well, so it goes like a little bit darker, and you've got to sort of build it up so that it intensifies. But see, it's done it over here as well, where it's gone sort of orange. It's a little bit difficult to work with, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so far, wow, not my favourite, and it's got a fair amount of fallout. It could just be the brush that I was using with it, but it does have a fair amount of fallout, as you can see there. You can probably see that compared to Suck and Licorice. That's got an awful lot more fallout. Okay, so I'm going to go into Lemon Drop, picking it up on a teeny wee brush, and we're going to press that into the end. Now this is stunning. Wow, okay, that just goes on. It picks up amazing with a brush. I'm really disappointed with that yellow. I'm really sad. I'm going to try pressing it in with my finger just to see if I can intensify it anymore. So I'm going to add a little bit of liner. I'm going to quickly do my eyebrows just because I never think that an eye look looks nice without eyebrows done. So I'm going to quickly do that just now. What I want to do is I'm going to do something different on this eye. Okay, we're just going to go for it. I'm going to pick up Gumdrop because I want to see if I can turn this into a look. You can get it to blend out really quite light and sheer, or you can build it up and it goes quite intense. So this shade's quite versatile. It does look a little bit darker on the eye than it does in the palette, which is nice. Because in the palette, it actually doesn't look like it belongs. I don't know, it's really kind of confusing. I wouldn't say that this is really a beginner palette. It's quite difficult to sort of pull out colours to use together. I would say that this is more of a, here is your Pop of Brights palette. You know, put this with, you know, you've got extra blues to go with the Blue Blood palette. You've got extra reds to go with Blood Sugar. You've got extra yellows and oranges to go with Thirsty. I think if you were to put all of these palettes together, you would have a pretty comprehensive collection and you'd be able to create almost any look that you wanted. But this as a standalone palette, I don't know. I really like that purple actually. It's not something I would have grabbed, but I do like it. So what I want to do is, I really want to use Bite Me, which is the other purple in the palette. It's a shimmery dark purple. So I'm going to use that same little brush again. I've really roughly done this cut crease. I'm going to pick up Bite Me. Bite Me is this dark one here. That is the one that I was just using, this purple one here. And this is Bite Me, which I'm grabbing just now. It's right next to Lemon Drop and it works pretty much the same as Lemon Drop. It picks up really nicely and lays down really nicely as well. You're going to have to dip into it a few times, but I mean, I'm using a tiny little brush, so what do I expect? And then because there isn't really another dark purple to use to add to this, I don't really want it to pull more pink or more red or anything like that, so Cherry Wet and Raspberry won't work. So I'm going to go into Delicious. Delicious is the most stunning navy blue shade ever in the corner over here. So I'm going to grab that and I'm going to use that to intensify this and just see what happens. I can't wait to try a neutral look with this palette because there are some gorgeous browns and that in it. So this shouldn't change it too much because I'm going to keep it quite light. Just want to sort of blend. Okay. Okay, first problem I'm noticing. I'm going to come right in. You can see here how it's gone really patchy. Sometimes pigments don't like to stick to pigments. Yeah, it's not wanting to at all. It's just sort of staying. Had I decided to do that originally, I'd have laid down the blue first, then I could have worked with the purple, and then I could have put the Bite Me shade, but I don't always do my makeup like that, so I need the shadows to play well together, and these two are not. Not at all. I don't know how, I mean, maybe I can press it on. See, pressing it on with my fingertip worked great. But then I need to blend it. Right, I don't want to mess with it anymore because it's not working. It's just, as you can see, it's staying really patchy. It's just, that's really disappointing. I hope that that's just because I'm trying to layer it on top of that purple, and that if I do it on its own, it'll work fine. Some shadows you just get like that, some shadows just work like that. They don't play well with others, they don't layer well on top of others, especially if they're pigments. That can just happen. Do I really want to be paying £54 for something and that to be an issue? No, but are eyeshadows perfect? No. Do I hate the palette because of it? No. But I do need to convey it to you guys because it does make a palette inherently difficult to work with. It didn't happen over here. I managed to get the red on top of the orange really easily, and it didn't do that. So you can make up your own opinions on whether or not you would not buy the palette because of something like that. Okay, so I'm going to quickly go off camera and do my base, and then we're going to come back and finish the lower lash line. Okay, so rest of my makeup is done, and we're just going to crack on with this lower lash line. So for the purple side, I'm going to grab Gumdrop, and that might have still had some Delicious on it. That worked really well, no complaints on that. I'm going to grab a little bit of this Bite Me shade and pull it around. My colour switch, and I'm going to grab Suck. I'm going to grab Licorice just on the very tip and just focus that more towards my lash line. Okay, sometimes lashes just don't cooperate. Today is one of those days, so we're going to ignore them. But this is the sort of final look. I have to say I'm not really living for this side, and it's nothing to do with the shadows themselves. It's just to do with the fact that since, I don't know, with my purple hair, I'm just not feeling red eye looks for some reason. They're just not, I don't know, I'm just not really liking them. Anyway, the purple side I absolutely adore, and I don't even like purple. I know, I've said it a million times, I have purple hair. Purple is just not my, I'm not the biggest fan of purple, and I love this side. With lashes on, you really can't see the fact that the navy blue went patchy. But that is one thing that really did annoy me. So you can see it there. They do go really, really, really well together. I love how the look turned out. But like I say, if you weren't wearing lashes, it might not be disguised as much, or if you are taking pictures. If you're going out on a night out, or you're going out to do something, it doesn't really matter. But if you are trying to take like close-up pictures for Instagram or something like that, you are really going to be let down. I don't know if it's just the fact that it's Gumdrop and Delicious. It could be other shades as well. I really don't know. But that really did let it down for me, because that is the only real shade in there that I could see me deepening that purple shade up with. Because like you can see, it doesn't really take away from the fact that it's purple. It still looks purple. It doesn't really look blue. Or to me anyway, it doesn't. So, but I still really, really, really like it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in pictures of swatches right at the end for you. I'm not doing live swatches anymore because it's too much of a hassle, and to be honest, you don't get much more out of them than you do out of normal ones. Just know that I never build them up to make them look really nice or anything like that. I just do one swipe, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So I am quite impressed with this palette. Am I blown away? Not entirely. If that blue hadn't gone patchy the way it did, I'd have been blown away by this palette, because the shimmers in it are just to die for. I mean, look at these. They're absolutely amazing. They're so stunning. So yeah, and I do love the colours. Like I say, I really don't think this is a standalone palette. I think it'll make a really nice addition to a collection. If it's your only Jeffree Star palette, I'd say that you might need to dip into other palettes just to sort of top up, you know, the colours and the colour selection. But I think this, with Blue Blood, Blood Sugar and the Thirsty palette, they're all going to go so nicely together. Obviously, I got hair in my nose. Obviously because, obviously this is the Alien palette as well, and Androgyny and Beauty Killer, was it? If you've got all them as well, this is going to be a really good addition, but those are the ones that I have, and I can see them working really well together. I can't wait to start sort of interchanging them and making looks with them, so if you want to see that, don't forget to check back. But yeah, I'll definitely be doing more looks with this. If there's any colours in particular you would like to see looks with, let me know and I'll see what I can do. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So, and I actually think that this one will be a really good one to do that challenge with, where you pick colours at random, because there are so many in here that could look like they would really clash. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, obviously I would love it if you would give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I post videos 3 times a week, usually Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but not always. So hopefully I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.